Hi guys, welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. As you know, in our last tutorial, we had learned about the object that is dispatched as an action. We had added another key, another value inside that object, that's name or key name as payload. You guys had understand how we can handle the values dynamically with the help of payloads. In today's tutorial, I will be letting you know how you can handle conditionally connectors state. How you can handle the state in connectors by using conditional statement. Let's say in this example, what we have it here is we are buying an ice cream and a cake. To dispatch the to show the state of ice cream, current number of ice cream and current number of cakes, we need two connectors. First of all is this make export const make cake state to props, map cake state to props, and the second one is here in the ice cream map ice cream states to props. So anyone we want to use, we can use it. Let's say I have to make this code a little bit dynamic. Instead of making this two different component, I want to create a single component named as item. Item.jsx RFC React component, and I will say here this place you want to show what? You want to show the state value for either ice cream or cake. It depends, whatever you want. So let's say right now 20 here for the meantime. So I want to either show here the number of ice creams or number of cake. That could be decided by where? That could be decided from the app.js. Let me comment out the old component and let me import item here. So let me say if I will pass here cake. So if I pass cake, I should show here number of cakes that will be received as props here. So if I will pass as ice cream, so here number of ice cream will appear. This is what I need here. So how can I connect the items and map the state value conditionally? That will be done by creating simply one connector. I will create inside the same component for the meantime connector. Let me go back and copy this connector directly here, map state to props. Instead of cake, I will say map state to props. So this component or this function that we are creating here is taking state as an input. But there is a connector method that is available inside the library, you know. Let me import that one, connect. Import connect from React-Redux. What we need here is we can make it as arrow function. We can say const item equals to an arrow function like this. So what we need here is we will say export default, and what we will export connect. The first one will be map state to props and the second one will be our item. This is how you can map the state to props. Currently you are mapping just the number of cakes. So let's say I will say here item state. So let's say here I will just destructure the item state, that will be const, and that will be similar to this key item state equals to props, and I will pass this item state here. Let me go back to browser. It's saying item is not defined. Where is this item? Const item, where it is saying item is not defined, line number 15, and this one is line number 15. It's saying item is not defined. Const item, this is item. Why it's saying item is not defined? Search for the keyword to learn an error. Item is not defined. App.js line number 15. Very sorry. App.js line number 15, item is not defined. Let me import it. So let me reload it. It's saying destructuring the property item state of props is an undefined. So let's say I will keep like this props, and you guys can see item is appearing 20. So what is the initial value of cake? The initial value for the cake in the reducer is 20. If I will make it to 30, you guys can see the cake value is coming here 30. So what we need here? We need here is if cake is passed, then we will show here the number of cakes. If ice cream is passed, then we will show the number of ice cream. How we can do that is, first parameter for this method what we had used available is state. You can use another parameter here named as ownProps. So ownProps will be the one that props is being passed to this connect component from the parent component. For example, here we are passing cake, so you can receive in this ownProps cake. So let's say ownProps dot cake, if it's true, then show number of cake here, otherwise show state dot number of ice cream, number of ice cream. Okay, let me do a little bit like new line, it will be more nicer. And let me check the spellings for ice cream as well. Number of cakes, it's in the cake reducer, and let's say ice cream reducer, and it's number of ice cream. Let me go back to my code and you can see number of ice cream. So in the beginning you can see I had passed from app.js cake. So we are seeing here item dot value is 30. So let's go to our ice cream reducer. The initial value is 50. In app.js, if I pass ice cream instead of cake, you guys can see the number of value is not appearing here. Let me go back to my item and you guys can see state make state dot number of ice cream, state dot ice cream dot number of ice cream, because we are using root reducer here to connect these reducer to our store. So you can see now if I pass from app.js ice cream, number of ice creams appear. If I will pass here cake, number of cakes will appear. How? Let me go through it one more time. I had created a dynamic item in which I want to receive a state value conditionally. For that one, I want to have an access to the ownProps parameter, that is second parameter available into map state2.props method. From where it's coming, we can use it in connect method in React-Redux library. So connect method, we will be passing map.state2props. We will be receiving two parameters. First of all, it's state of store, and second is the ownProps of the component that is passed as second parameter to the connect method. In our case, it's item. So item, we had imported it in app.js. Whenever we are passing a component item, a component item props as cake, we'll receive here cake value as true in the item connector map state to props. So once this is true, we will get the state value number of cakes. Once it's false, we will be passing number of ice cream. I hope you guys understand it. In case of any question, any query, you can comment us. You can reach us to our mailbox as well. I'll highly recommend you to don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Goodbye.